If you are struggling to lose weight because of your PCOS and looking for the best PCOS supplements to support your weight loss, then this video is going to be for you. My name is Emma. I was diagnosed with PCOS about 2 years ago now, and since then I've been on this journey to not only try and manage my own symptoms, but look at the tools and methods that can best support our ongoing health to help us reduce PCOS symptoms, because believe me, I am right there with you. As a health and fitness coach for the last 20 years, I've always had to really work quite hard on managing my weight. So turning to the use of supplements is something that I've used to help support me on this journey. But I absolutely have to preface this. One, I am not a nutritionist or dietitian. I am a health and fitness coach who has gone through this on my own research. So please do use this advice with discretion. Do your own research and speak to a medical professional before making any significant changes. But I wanted to produce this because I really have felt these frustrations of the challenges that come when you have PCOS, that yes, we still need to be in a calorie deficit if we want to lose weight, but that becomes incredibly hard when your hormones are out of balance, your cravings are through the roof, and if you are affected by stress throughout the day, no matter how much willpower you have, it just seems impossible to stick to. And I also want to preface this by saying that there is not going to be any single supplement that is going to be the magic fix to help weight fall off you. Now, of course, we're all seeing lots of people going on the GLP-1s, medications such as Ozempic and Wegovy and things like that, and these are being shown to be useful for women specifically with PCOS. But I do believe that any medication comes with a cost, and it should be taken into consideration. If you can do it in a more natural way, that is always going to be my preferred method. Please do look at these as a support to making changes and shifts with your nutrition and your lifestyle factors. In my own experience, using supplements to support weight loss with PCOS has just become a place where you feel that you are then able to be a little bit more control of how you are feeling and help to balance out your hormones that little bit better, so that it becomes more achievable for you to make those changes and shift with your nutrition. So if you need to refer back to anything I say, do check out the link to the full blog post. But the truth is that anywhere between 5 and 20% of women are going to be affected by PCOS, and of those PCOS sufferers, as many as 50% of them are going to be in the overweight or obese category. So that really signifies just how much of a problem weight loss and weight management is for women with PCOS. So PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, is a hormonal disorder, and it can come with a huge range of symptoms. So just know that the different symptoms that you are experiencing can be related to your own root cause. And with this, I can highly recommend the PCOS Repair Protocol book, because it is such a complex condition and affects us all in different ways. The difficulty in managing your weight comes to those hormonal imbalances, and it's not that we're changing like thermodynamics. If you want to lose weight, you still have to be in a calorie deficit. Problem that many women with PCOS come up against is that our hunger is through the roof. I know that I have days where I literally cannot satisfy my hunger if I've not slept well, if I'm feeling stressed. I just want to eat consistently. Cravings can be absolutely through the roof. I find that if I do not eat appropriately, and some of the eating tips I'm going to get into, that if I eat the wrong type of foods, my blood sugar levels can rise up and then crash back down. Whereas then if I don't eat again soon after, I can feel shaky, I can feel irritable, it can affect my eyesight. So managing your nutrition can become incredibly important. However, we live in a modern day world where we have the most delicious, amazing foods. Those temptations are all around us, and sometimes it can be difficult to be perfect, and that can lead to frustration with not being able to stick to your diet. And the thing is, it can be a compounding issue, because as we gain weight, it actually intensifies PCOS symptoms and can make the whole roller coaster feel that little bit worse. So it feels like we're stuck in this cycle where we can't eat better because of the hunger and the cravings that we experience, and then we gain weight, and then this in turn makes the symptoms even worse. And I feel you with these frustrations. However, there are differences in the root causes of PCOS. so it is important to look at the ones that are relevant for you. Now, the role of supplements has been supported in a lot of the literature. There is a lot of literature behind this symptom as it is a growing issue, and the good news is that there are some really good supplements out there that have been shown to be very effective in supporting these hormonal fluctuations and changes. However, this must be said that we want to look at this with a food first approach. We want to be getting our nutrients from our food. We want to be balancing our hormones and our blood sugar levels with the appropriate food, and then looking at using supplementation to supplement and support these changes that we're making. So let's look at the essential nutrients when it comes to PCOS and specifically weight loss. The first one is to have an adequate amount of fiber. Fiber is going to support your digestive system. It helps to control your blood sugar levels and also supports satiety. So making sure that you're getting somewhere between 25 to 30 grams of fiber in your diet per day. To have a higher protein diet when we're looking at balancing our blood sugar levels and again increasing those levels of satiety, then having more protein within your diet is going to help support that. It's also going to help you to maintain muscle mass if you are combining that with moving your body and workout, which is a key supporting factor in helping you to manage insulin sensitivity, and then also making sure that you have healthy fats in your diet. Now, this is not about massively cutting out carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are essential, but it's looking at turning to these foods first and foremost: fiber, higher protein, and getting in healthy fats within our diet. Coming on now to essential vitamins and minerals. The first one is vitamin D. So studies show that 67 to 85% of women with PCOS are deficient in vitamin D, as high cortisol levels has been shown to deplete this vitamin. Vitamin D is also known to help improve insulin sensitivity. This is going to be especially important during the winter months and for people that don't have access or aren't out in direct sunlight very often. Next up is V vitamins, both 6 and 12, essential minerals for energy and brain function, and often low in women with PCOS due to poor absorption and uptake of the essential vitamin, and even more important if you are vegetarian or vegan, especially as B12 generally comes from meat and animal-based products. Magnesium, another essential mineral that is going to be important in your PCOS journey, and generally a lot of people across the general population are low in this mineral. It's involved in over 300 reactions in the body, and yet many people, PCOS sufferers included, are deficient in this essential mineral. I always swear by a magnesium supplement. I used to like to use it transdermally, so it goes on the skin and straight into the bloodstream, but I swear by it for helping to improve sleep, and improved sleep is one of those lifestyle factors. Again, PCOS sufferers, women, hormonal regulation. Body allows to regulate our hormones whilst we're asleep, so getting that optimal sleep is a key lifestyle factor that we all want to work on improving. And the final one in this section is omega-3 fatty acids. They are known to help us balance blood sugar levels. They have anti-inflammatory properties and have been shown to have a lot of health benefits specifically for women with PCOS. Next up, we're going to look at the individual supplements that have shown to be beneficial, starting off with Inositol. Inositol was one that I was quite recently introduced to, and it has shown to have as much benefit as some of medications such as metformin. Metformin is generally one of the main things that are prescribed to women with PCOS to help manage insulin levels. But Inositol has been shown to be very effective in helping to improve that insulin sensitivity. It's also shown that it can help restore ovarian function and regulate your menstrual cycle. And when I started taking this, I specifically noticed a difference in my hunger levels, the amount of cravings that I was experiencing. Again, this isn't going to be the magic weight loss drug, but it did help me to stay better in control of the foods that I eat, and just because I generally felt that much better and felt that much more in control. Next up is a trace mineral, and this has been shown to play a role in carbohydrate metabolism as well as insulin regulation. This is one that can work on enhancing the action of insulin, and in turn can lead to that blood sugar control and help manage cravings from sugary foods, because that is me all over. I have such a sweet tooth. I generally want to eat sweet foods immediately after eating, and managing my sugar cravings is one of the key things that I know I need to help work on. L-Carnitine is the next one that has been looked into. Now, it has been some studies that showed it's been benefit with supporting weight loss and blood lipid levels. However, there is some conflicting evidence on this, on how effective it is. So I thought it was worth mentioning in there for you to do your own research. Again, some links down below. However, that one still seems to be a little bit on the fence. Next up is Berberine. Now, Berberine has been touted as nature's Ozempic, and when I first learned about this supplement, I did go and test it out, and I actually did a full video on it. Berberine has been found to help with polycystic ovary because it helps with weight loss, body composition. It looks at almost acting as a probiotic, so it's excellent for gut health as well. But what I found is when I started taking Berberine, it made me feel awful. I felt like my blood sugar levels had dropped so low. I felt shaky. I felt sick. I had to stop taking it because of how awful it was making me feel. However, when I introduced Inositol and started using Inositol, that seemed to regulate my blood sugar levels, and at that point when was able to take Berberine alongside it, and those, for me specifically, the use of both Inositol and Berberine seemed to have a good effect on my hunger levels, and I did find that I was able to manage my weight much better with conjunction of using those two supplements together. But I think that's a real key reminder that what works for one person. I had seen so many videos of people saying that Berberine was like literally life-changing and how it helped them drop weight significantly, but for me personally, it just didn't work on its own and made me feel really bad, actually. And I think we should always go into a supplementation protocol with that awareness that we need to take things with discretion. Speak to a dietitian or medical professional if you are going to be taking a new supplement, and if you are already on some sort of medication, don't even enter using supplementation before you have spoken with your medical professional. So that for me is still ongoing. I do still take Berberine along with Inositol, and I take it, actually I've found these supplements have been excellent because there is a lot on this list of supplements that are beneficial for PCOS, and so there are now a lot of companies that are coming up with these blends that have a combination of the different supplements within them. So for me personally, I really love using MyOva. This is not sponsored. I have spent my own money on these and they are quite pricey. So these are meant to be taken for a day. So I take the MyOva Metabolism first thing in the morning. That tends to help me manage my blood sugar levels throughout the day. I then take the Balance one in the evening, so it's helped to improve things like sleep. The great thing about MyOva is that they will have a questionnaire on their website when you go into their website, so you can look at your specific symptoms and then they recommend the best one specifically to your root cause so that you can then find the right balance for you. So this is just one brand that I've discovered that has been beneficial in my own. So I've been taking these plus Berberine and I found that I've been able to far better maintain my weight, and if I'm a little bit more intentional about being in a calorie deficit, that I found that it has been possible for me to effectively lose weight, but it does take that extra work. They are not magic pills. Moving into herbal supplements that are supportive for weight loss in PCOS. The first one is a spearmint tea. Now, I am a herbal tea lover and I love me some spearmint tea, but I must say it is quite difficult to get hold of all the time. First up, MyOva also do a tea blend. I absolutely love this tea. Spearmint has got its attention for its anti-androgen properties, which may help reduce elevated testosterone levels, because we know that high testosterone can lead to symptoms such as weight gain, acne and excessive hair growth, and it's been shown that using spearmint tea might help mitigate some of these issues. So I love the MyOva tea. Next up is cinnamon. Cinnamon is well known for helping manage blood sugar levels and improving insulin sensitivity. smoothie, you can add it to your food, you could add it into your morning protein smoothie. Again, it is in one of the tea blends from MyOva, and I like that they really combine a lot of the herbs and minerals and vitamins that you need for PCOS into one handy supplement, and essentially that is what you are paying for. If you want to do this on the cheap, you can source all of these individually. And then the final one that I want to touch on, and I always struggle, I never know how you fully pronounce this, ashwagandha. We're going to go with ashwagandha. So it is an adaptogenic herb that is known to help reduce cortisol levels, our stress hormone. So this is excellent for helping us to calm the body back down. It is part of my balance one. It helps to improve sleep, and it is also shown, again, balancing out those blood sugar levels and insulin sensitivity. So those are some of the key supplements that can be supportive to weight loss. As PCOS sufferers, this is not going to be a quick fix. This is going to be a long-term holistic approach. We want to be looking at eating less processed foods. We want to combining supplements with a healthy diet and exercise if you want to maximize results. Don't look at these supplements as being the special ingredient that are going to fix all of your problems. It has to go hand in hand. If you need more recommendations, I have put everything down into the blog with links to everything, as well as some strategies to help you to make those diet improvements and changes. I hope this has been given you a little bit of insight into some of the supplements that might support your weight loss journey, but please keep in mind that it's a very individualized process and helping you find the right supplement protocol for you.